Shri Radha Vallabh Temple, Vrindavan, Uttar Pradesh, India. A story of divine love, sacred history, eternal devotion. The story, a gift from Lord Shiva. Long before the temple existed, long before its red sandstone walls rose from the sacred soil of Vrindavan, there was a prayer. An ancestor of a devout Brahman named Atmadev climbed the icy heights of Mount Kailasha, the abode of Lord Shiva, and performed an arduous penance. Day after day, year after year, he sat in deep meditation, surrendering himself entirely to the divine. His devotion was so pure, so consuming, that Lord Shiva himself was moved. In an act of unparalleled grace, Shiva reached into his own heart and drew out the most cherished idol he possessed, the divine form of Shri Radhavallabh Ji Maharaj, and gifted it to the Brahman's lineage. This was no ordinary idol fashioned by human hands. No sculptor's chisel had ever touched it. It had come from the very heart of the destroyer god, infused with the purest cosmic love. It passed down through Atmadev's family, a treasure beyond all earthly measure, waiting for the moment it would find its true home. The saint of Devwan, Hit Harivansh Mahaprabhu. In the year 1473 CE, in the village of Bad Gram near Mathura, a child was born who would one day transform the spiritual landscape of Vrindavan. His name was Hit Harivansh Chandra, and his followers believed he was no ordinary mortal. He was regarded as the incarnation of Lord Krishna's flute itself, an embodiment of the divine melody that draws the soul irresistibly toward God. His father Vyasa Mishra was a god Brahman and court astrologer, and young Harivansh grew up steeped in scripture and devotion. But his spiritual path was singular. He was a devotee not merely of Krishna, but above all, of Radha. For Harivansh, Radha was the supreme being. Krishna was her most intimate servant, the pinnacle of creation, but Radha herself was the ultimate reality. This radical, tender theology would become the cornerstone of an entire spiritual tradition. For 31 years Harivansh lived in a place called Devavan. Then, in the 32nd year of his life, he heard the call of Vrindavan, and began the journey that would change everything. On his way, the goddess Radha herself appeared to him in a divine vision. She commanded him to marry the daughters of Atmadev and to carry the sacred idol of Radha Vallabh Ji to Vrindavan. Without hesitation, the saint obeyed. At the wedding ceremony, Atmadev, overwhelmed with joy and divine gratitude, gifted the treasured idol of Radha Vallabh to his daughters and to Harivansh Mahaprabhu. The idol, born in heaven and nurtured through generations of devotion, had at last found the hands that would carry it to its eternal home. The temple rises, a red sandstone marvel. The year was 1585 CE. The Mughal Emperor Akbar sat on the throne of Hindustan, and his court was a constellation of brilliant minds. Among them was Abdul Rahim Khan Khana, a poet, a general, and a man of extraordinary cultural sensitivity. In his employ was a devout disciple named Sundardas Bhatnagar, hailing from Deoband, a follower of Vanachandra, who was the son of Hit Harivansh Mahaprabhu. Sundardas burned with a singular desire to build a temple worthy of Radha Vallabh. But to do so, he needed red sandstone, the exclusive material of imperial buildings, royal palaces, and Mughal forts. No ordinary subject could obtain it. Through Khan Khana's intercession, Sundar Das received not only royal permission to use the precious red sandstone but also a generous monetary grant from Akbar himself. It was a remarkable act of cross-faith patronage in a period of remarkable cultural synthesis. Before Sundar Das, King Man Singh had first dreamed of constructing this temple. But a sobering legend gave him pause. It was said that whosoever built this sacred shrine would die within a year of its completion. The king, hearing this, stepped back from the endeavor. Sundar Das Bhatnagar, driven by a devotion that transcended fear of death, pressed forward. And the legend proved true. Sundar Das died within a year of completing the temple. His descendants in Deoband still preserve the original temple documents to this day, a living testament to his sacrifice. Architecture, where two worlds met in stone. To stand before the Radha Vallabh temple is to witness one of the most extraordinary architectural dialogues of medieval India, a building where Hindu devotion and Islamic artistry were woven together in stone, not as a compromise, but as a celebration. The temple is situated near Gautam Nagar on a cliff beside the Banke Bihari temple. Its walls, built of imperial red sandstone, stand a formidable 10 feet thick, engineered not for mere grandeur, but for eternity. These walls are pierced in two stages. The upper stage forms a triforium, an architectural feature drawn directly from Mohammedan design traditions, accessible by an internal staircase. Yet surrounding this Islamic-inspired element, both above and below, is decoration that is purely and unmistakably Hindu. Art historians and archaeologists who have visited the site have long marveled at this living dialogue. The old temple, reverently called Sri Hit Mandir by devotees, stands beside the main gates of the present temple complex. Inside, three spaces unfold in a sequence: the inner sanctum Garbhoga, an anterior platform Jagmohan, and a long hall with a soaring vaulted ceiling the Mandap. Scholars note that this temple holds a rare distinction. It is the last temple in the neighborhood in which a nave was built at all. This architectural form has since become so obsolete that even some architects have forgotten its name. The deity and the crown, love beyond form. At the heart of the temple stands the deity of Sri Radha Vallabh, a name that means, simply and profoundly, the beloved of Radha. The idol of Krishna is present in the inner sanctum, but you will search in vain for a separate idol of Radha. In her place, a crown has been set upon the throne beside Krishna. This crown is not an absence, it is a statement. Radha is considered so supremely transcendent in this tradition that she cannot be contained within any physical form. The crown serves as a symbolic surrogate, a Gadi Seva throne service, that honors her invisible yet all-encompassing presence. It is an act of theological poetry. The most powerful being in this universe is worshipped not as a towering idol, but as a crown of love beside her beloved. Every visitor who bows before this shrine bows not merely to stone, but to the idea of love itself as the highest form of divinity. The Radha Vallabha Sampradaya, a path of pure love. In 1535 CE, from the sacred groves of Vrindavan, Hit Harivansh Mahaprabhu established the Radha Vallabha Sampradaya, one of the most distinctive Vaishnava traditions ever to emerge from the Braj region. Where other schools placed Krishna at the apex of divinity, this tradition placed Radha. Where others sought liberation moksha or entry into Vaikuntha, the followers of Radha Vallabha sought something more intimate, to be a witnessing companion Sakhi in the eternal divine play of Radha and Krishna. The Sampradaya was radical in other ways too. It refused to affiliate with the four major Vaishnavite traditions. It declined to produce theological commentaries, preferring instead the direct language of poetry and song. Its followers lived as householders. There was no sannyasa here, no retreat from the world. Love, it declared, was not a path to something else. Love was the destination. The sacred language of this tradition is Braj Bhasha, the melodious dialect of the Braj region, believed to be the language in which Radha and Krishna themselves spoke. Harivansh's masterwork, the Hita Kaurasi, the 84 hymns, is a luminous collection of verse in Braj Bhasha celebrating Radha's glory. His other works include the Yamunashtakam, the Sri Radha Sudhanidhi Stotram, and the hits Fatwani, together forming a corpus of divine poetry that has been sung in Vrindavan for 500 years. The collective style of worship in the Sampradaya is called Samaj Gayan, a form of devotional singing rooted in Hindustani classical forms like Drupad and Dhamar. When devotees gather at the Radha Vallabh temple and raise their voices together in these ancient melodies, they are not merely performing a ritual, they are stepping into the eternal evening of Vrindavan, where Radha and Krishna walk among the Kadamba trees, and the flute plays on. Festivals, when heaven descends to earth. The Radha Vallabh temple is celebrated across Vrindavan for its festivals, events of color, devotion, and divine joy that transform the temple into a living cosmos of celebration. Hitotsav, an 11-day grand festival honoring Hit Harivansh Mahaprabhu, the founder of the tradition, filled with Samaj Gayan and devotional gatherings. Radhashtami, a 9-day celebration of the birth anniversary of goddess Radha herself, the guru of this tradition and the supreme being of this universe. Vyahulu Utsav Vyahuwala, the sacred wedding ceremony of Radha and Krishna, known locally as Manorat, when the temple becomes the most luminous gathering place in all of Vrindavan. Krishna Janmashtami, the joyous celebration of the birth of Krishna, the beloved consort of Radha. Year-round, Holi, Diwali, Sharad Purnima, Dashera, Julan Utsav, Phool Bangla's floral arcades, Sanchi Utsav, and Patotsav, each a universe of devotion unto itself. Today, the Radha Vallabh temple is managed by the Goswami family, the Adhikaris, who have guarded this sacred trust across generations. Entry is free, photography is prohibited inside. The daily routine of worship follows the Ashtyam Seva, 8 sessions that praise the ark of the Lord's day from dawn to midnight. Season by season, the timings shift, as if the temple itself breathes with the rhythms of the natural world. And through it all, the crown of Radha sits beside her beloved, and the devotees bow their heads, and the curtain rises, and Vrindavan is, for a moment, indistinguishable from paradise. Jai Shri Radhe. The story of Radha Vallabh Temple is truly extraordinary, filled with divine legends, remarkable history, and such depth of devotion. The detail of Radha being worshipped as a crown rather than an idol is something that stays with you.
We'll find out why Sri Radha Vallabh Darshan is considered rare in this video. So stay tuned, say Radhe Di. Can comfortably travel from one temple to another by e-rickshaw, leaving your luggage for 10 to 20 rupees. All temples in Vrindavan are open from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. So, you can relax during the day or go to the Yamuna Ghat for darshan. Radhe Di. After the darshan of Bank Bihari Ji, we head to see Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. If you haven't seen the previous video, you can watch it to see Sri Bank Bihari Ji. Let's find out how to reach the Radha Vallabh temple. After the darshan of Sri Bank Bihari Ji, you can reach the temple of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji through the Kunj streets. This Radha Vallabh temple is just 500 meters from the Bank Bihari temple. Through the Kunj lanes, you can easily reach the Sri Radha Vallabh temple. Say Radha. Through the Kunj lanes, we have reached the temple of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. So now we go to the temple to have darshan of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. Through the Kunj lanes, we have reached the temple of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. So now we go inside the temple of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. This temple is the oldest temple in Vrindavan. Sri Harivansh Mahaprabhu established this temple. Say Radha. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, first go and subscribe to the channel to get such innovative videos. Click the bell icon so you will get notifications of new videos, and don't forget to write Radhe Radhe in the comments. And if you like the video, please like it. Say Radhe Di. If you come to Vrindavan Dham, after visiting Sri Bank Bihari Ji, be sure to also visit Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. Now we have reached the main gate of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. Let's go to visit Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. Say Radhe Di. Why is Radha Vallabh Darshan called rare? Because no one can come here without Sri Radha Vallabh Ji's wish. Only those devotees come here who have to give darshan to Radha Vallabh Ji, that is, those whom God himself calls. That is why it is said that Radha Vallabh Darshan is rare. Say Radhe Di. The stone of Sri Giriraj Maharaj is kept in the temple of Sri Radha Vallabh Ji. Devotees circumambulate the stone of Govardhan Ji here. Jai Giriraj Maharaj. If you are unable to circumambulate Govardhan mountain, then do circumambulate the stone of Giriraj Maharaj kept in the temple. Say Radhe Di. At the Sri Radha Vallabh temple, we see both Sri Krishna and Sri Radha together. But here, Radha and Krishna are a couple. They are not two but one. Krishna is present in Radha, and Radha is present in Krishna. Say Radha. Darshan is quite easy at the Radha Vallabh temple. If you haven't, subscribe to Sri Radha Vallabh's channel. First go and subscribe, and don't forget to like the video.
प्रीतम प्राण रतन संपुट कुच कंचुकी कसी बतनी भुज मृणाल बल हर तवलय जुत परस सरस श्रवणी